Okay, hopefully this isn't too loud for whoever's watching this. I went through and just wrote down stuff round per round, and I'm gonna go over that as I'm going through this, but I'll also be drawing on the skin with my or on the screen with my Epic Pen and everything. Um, first few rounds or first rounds on both defense and attack have the most written down on them. That's just because it's the first rounds that you're doing stuff that I haven't seen before. So just generalized stuff that I'm observing from that. Um, and I'll get into like the nitty gritty. I'll have some things where it's just simply one person or it's multiple people that I'm talking about. I don't know the names of anyone, so it's just going to be operator names for now. So yeah, let's
Just
go
follow me,
into it,
thanks,
and you
Cody.
guys start
Yeah,
pretty
cool.
far in.
JK. I mean,
This is for Ray.
Oh yeah, and then you guys started on bank. This I even thought about this. Like, saw bank first, and this is going to tell me basically how coordinated you guys are, because coordination is what makes bank. It doesn't matter how good of a team you are. If you are more coordinated than the other team and you work together, you will win. Like, simple as that. Like, there's so baseline of strats on this map that if you simply work together and you coordinate together, you can win. And from what I saw is that you guys need to work a lot on your coordination. Um, one big thing with bans, it looks like Doki was a target ban on someone on your team, which that means that they're observing what you guys are doing. I don't know if you've scrimmed them before or what has happened with that, and they just hated whoever was Dokubi on your team, but you could substitute the Dokubi for a lion just as easily. You could still substitute the Dokubi for, well, Jackal's going to be banned. Disruption, you could use Ying. Um, yeah, or information, you could do Twitch maybe, or IQ. I think you guys ran IQ, but IQ, considering that the bans are Valk and Echo on defense, then IQ is kind of worthless. Not entirely worthless because of goo mines, but and because of Kaid, Electroclaws, but she's less important than if you would need her if Echo or Valkyrie were unbanned. If they were unbanned, like 100% bring it. I would never argue with that. But since they're both unbanned, or since they're both banned, I made a note about that later, and that you guys brought IQ when you could have brought a Hibana or a Maverick, and that could have helped you in your first attacking round. I believe it was your first one. It was either your first one or your second one where they're downstairs basement. We'll get to it. But like, if you have both hard breachers unbanned on bank especially, bring it. It's not because you need it, it's just there for options. That is it. If you have the ability to breach as many things as you can, do it, especially on bank, because bank you need it really bad. There is one, two, three, four, five hatches and one wall that you need to get. Like, well, not need to, but that you can potentially get that will help lessen their defense, make it harder for them to do anything, and make it easier for you. Like, that is a lot to do, and you can't do that with just a Thermite or just a Hibana or just a Maverick. You need at least two for that. Again, just for the options. So we'll get
Better.
farther into this. I'm just gonna skip ahead. There wasn't really much that I could say about
We could
your
do.
bands here.
Leave.
Is
Echo and Jackal are kind of routine. So one thing I wanted to say, this is just a general thing. So it looks like whoever's recording doesn't have all the operators. If you guys need renown quickly, the quickest way that you can do it, terrorist hunt, house, and hostage on normal mode. You will gain SR or not wow SR renown faster than you would playing casual, like a 3 round casual, like quick sweep. Uh, Doing that with at least one other person and for at least 1 minute in the round, you will get renown really, 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 really rapidly, and that can help. Then you can practice your aim. You can practice map knowledge. You can do it not only on house but other maps. It's going to be a little bit longer if you do other maps. House is just the smallest to get renown quickly. But you can also do it on other maps so you can learn them better. Because it seems like some people don't know the maps entirely. Some callouts were kind of you had, I don't know why it bothered me, but not enough to really say anything really. But main stairs, you kept calling it white for some reason. I don't know if that's the actual
Okay.
call on the stairs, but
No,
everyone
use
else that I've
stick
known has
tape,
called it
no.
main, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Okay, I'm
And
No
Jaeger.
then
gamer moves.
Actually, then,
also with this, you guys were kind of figuring out what to do with the six pick. Use the six pick to kind of bait a site. If you have pulse, you're more than likely going to be running downstairs basement. Every other operator is just a general operator that you have right now. Um, and you swapped out the pulse. The pulse went to a Jaeger, and then the Jaeger went to a Frost, and then a Kaid. Don't go Frost. Frost is a dead giveaway that you're going to swap an operator unless you have a very specific strat with Frost and you know it can work. Which I know G2 has done some strats with Frost because sometimes people just walk into mats and they just do it. Like you don't know why they do it, they just do it. Um, be careful with that because they know you're gonna six pick, so they know whatever site that it seems like you're probably not gonna do it,
no,
and it's probably just gonna be basement
before we
anyway,
switch
so they're
off,
probably preparing for that.
let's go
Okay.
Let's go Jaeger. Let's go Jaeger. Yeah.
Okay, it's so
I
much.
like this.
Yeah, hopefully they don't.
I mean, they already brought that true.
Yeah.
And Pulse is also really good on basement,
Okay,
just
so I'm
because he has a
switching.
scanner that can see from gold, and he has a C4 for plant denial.
I definitely like the pulse pick, but probably not for basement.
And it's amazing.
cool.
Like I don't know who said that, but it's amazing for basement. Like
Dude, that's
you're
famous last
gonna run
words.
Pulse on basement a lot.
Go team.
Yeah, but there's no NBC here, so who cares?
And then
Maybe swap.
this is gonna be nitpicky, but whoever is like IGL in the team, I don't even know who IGL in the team. I think you had your coach playing with you, and he was kind of IGLing for you guys, which was good. But you should have an actual IGL for the team. They should be hitting space. Everyone should be hitting space, verifying that you have the gadgets that you need and the utility that you need. Because what if, for whatever reason, Legion has a bulletproof cam when he should have impacts, or he has impacts when he should have a bulletproof cam for a specific strategy that you want to do, or you wanted a shield with smoke, or Mira has a shield instead of a C4, or something like that. Like something like little things like that can happen, and they slip through the
Dude,
cracks
famous
really
last words.
easily.
Go team.
Yeah, but there's no NBC here, so. Someone get hatches.
And
Swapping to the bureau would have been better. I don't know.
I may have gone
Well,
too
they-
far back there.
Secure the area.
I don't
Keep the bombs protected.
Okay, someone.
But
Don't you get
that's expected when it's on
Someone
but-
get hatches.
Oh, yeah, and then that I made a comment on it. You guys should already know who's getting hatches. You should figure that out before you load in. Like while you're doing the six pick, figure that out. I mean, the person who's gonna six pick knows who's gonna six pick, so figure it out. Like right now, the people who should be getting hatches are Legion and Kaid. Why? Because Legion has only his goose to set up and impact holes for rotations, but Mira can get those or smoke can, so they're doing their things. They're setting up. And Kaid already has to reinforce the hatches anyway. Unless he has barbed wire, which, I mean, even if he does have barbed wire, he can put it down while he puts his electroclaws. They're not exactly hard to put out. But Jaeger has a really long setup time. Mira has an even longer one. And Smoke just helps with whatever Mira can't do for a setup.
I'll get hatches.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, there's still 2 more that need to get got.
And then, yeah, this
Oh,
is where we
no.
find out that there's
I'll go.
points, actually. And then also count drones. Like, you destroyed a drone, so got 1 drone, 9 drones. Next person destroys 2, got 2, now they have 7. Just count it down. If you know that they only have 2 drones left and there's 2 people alive, the odds that those drones are theirs is slim. It's not impossible, but it's really slim, so you can be more reassuring in that. And then you also have an idea for flank drones. If you destroyed all of their drones in the prep phase, they're not going to really have much choice to do anything for roam clearing or for flank drones, I should say, if they're roam clearing and they lose a drone or 2 from roam clearing. Or from finding out where people are on site and that kind of stuff. So you can be more reassuring in a flank if you know they don't have the information to stop you from it.
Oh, I don't think you have the right rules on, Ryan.
Okay.
Oh, I got hit markers. They don't have the right rules on then.
It's points,
You
not
just
hit
need the one that
markers. I
open,
think
right?
he's just mixing them up, but whatever.
That yeah.
What?
I just need to get the ones that open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open area, the elevator, and
Got it.
circle desk.
You want me to bust it out for you? The bigger shotgun.
5 seconds left.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
I
I'm
make big
scared.
hole.
Keep an eye out for Op 4 attempting
I'm really scared, guys.
Scared for what?
And I did put on here that you guys have just standard setups from what it seems like, which is okay. But I also put a note on here that it's really easy to read that then. And if the second that they find out that there's no one roaming, they're gonna set up for execute on the site, and then you guys are done for. Then you have to just stall, and all that you have to stall is Legion mines every now and then, which they can just shoot it if you throw it right by the door. For default plan, you have smokes, gas canisters. That's going to be your biggest stall time. That's 30 seconds of stall time. You have Mira and Kaid that have C4, so you can kill 2 people that are planting possibly. But it starts to get harder and harder
Scared
if
for
they
everything.
have
It's a
more
video
time
game.
available
Don't
to
get
them.
Scared.
And then that lead, I'm gonna nitpick on whoever this Legion player is.
Scared, guys.
Go back
Scared for what?
Scared for everything.
It's a video game.
good.
Don't get scared.
and Twitch likes to back up like 10 seconds. So he just threw the Legion mine right there, and you have a mirror window right here. What is good is that Legion mine gonna do? It's gonna sting them right before they make it up to the mirror window, and then you pre-fire it the exact same way. Putting a Legion mine way back in garage by the entrance to it would be better, or even in the back here, because people like to hold the angle back there. Basically, figure out whether people are more than likely going to come in, put it there, and then people will step over it or destroy it, and then you know that they're there now. If you just do this, the information that you get from it isn't really that useful at all. And Legion gets the sound
should I
cue
get the one
every
in
time
server
someone
too?
steps on it.
No,
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 that
that
one-
one's
And
not got.
also,
What's
I
the
put
one,
a
the other
note on
one?
here. Well, I think I saw Jaeger
Do you want me to get?
right back here.
What, should I get the one in server too?
Let me see.
No,
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 that
that
one-
one's not got.
No, Jaeger wasn't. Okay, so have a cam person. Have a dedicated person that goes on cams. Like, you should figure this out every single time. And even you can do this. Like, if you don't have anything else to do, the first 15 seconds of the round is the safest. Especially, like, any map. Literally any map for any site. First 15 seconds, you're the safest. Because they physically can't make it in and kill you if you're sitting in, like, gold or something. Like, this Jaeger, like, he should have looked on cams, then put his ADS up. Like, are they really going to come in and throw a nade at that Mira that quickly that they lose her and he couldn't look on cams just to figure out where they are? Because if you find out that they shot out just alley cam and they didn't shoot out garage and they didn't shoot out street cam, then that means they're all alley. So they're all probably going to be pushing open area. They're going to go up the stocks, possibly go to square stairs skylight, and you have an idea of where they're coming from. Just doing this where no one's on cams, no one's doing anything, you don't have
the
any
one, the other one
information.
do you wanna
Any
get?
information that you could have, you're forfeiting
get this
for
one.
no reason.
Above you. Above
I have
you.
one more ADS.
Oh, sorry.
Just let me know where you want it. I put one in
And
hall.
then another thing that Mira can do is she can open up the Miras better by shotgunning them, the wall on the other side, either before she puts it up or afterwards. It doesn't matter. It just makes it easier for the person behind the mirror to see through it, and you get more lines of sight with it. And also, that person said they didn't know where they wanted to put the ADSs, and you guys should already know that.
Okay.
Or even
I'm
if
gonna
he
play.
doesn't have a specific spot, just put it somewhere. Like, it's better being anywhere than being in your pocket.
I have a bulletproof in there.
Okay, cool.
And now we're looking at cams, which is
They're
good.
droning open
Open.
area right now.
We should have had someone.
This is gonna be nitpicky, but you could also say that they got done droning upstairs because it's a minute into the round, as we can see, and they're coming down to open area to drone it now. So they droned upstairs. They know it's clear, so they know
Yeah,
upstairs
sure,
is clear.
round. I was paying attention. Were they breaking?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a
And
whoopsie.
my mouse, of course, won't disappear.
Yeah, they took out cams.
We're not making the tunnel push so far.
Hey.
I'm watching garage in my way.
And then you didn't have a
Sounds like
goo
white stairs.
on main stairs there. You're calling it white stairs. I'm calling it main. You don't have a
Yeah, I
goo
heard
on
about
those
your
stairs. You
server.
should
They
have
have
had one
Nomad.
on there. Like that one that was in garage could have been put there on the main stairs,
Yeah.
just so that you have that extra security that someone's there.
I wish it
Hold
wasn't.
that in disguise.
Or someone's pushing you, rather.
No, they
Not
didn't get
someone's
us.
there.
That server hatch just
I don't
got?
have to worry about that.
Which is the same thing. But yeah.
Ooh, 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 connectivity issues. Drexel.
Thatcher?
They got the hatch above me.
So hatch above you is going to be the open area hatch. The hatch that is, where is it? That's in B. I'm trying to remember now. I'm pretty sure it's B. The one closest to the server. That is going to be small office hatch. So you have two different hatches. Find out which ones they are and call them that way. Whether you guys come up with your own callouts or whatever, that doesn't matter. Just you have to be on the same page with everyone.
I'm moving.
Located a bomb.
Yeah, they just droned it.
It's good that you're saying that you're moving.
They're getting this hatch too.
One thing that you could do,
Hatch above me.
since you know that no one is coming through garage, because they didn't shoot out the cam, like they would have shot out the cam by now. Like they have a minute left. No one's gonna rotate that slow. Shoot out this mirror window and play back here. You're hidden from main stairs. Kaid's watching that, so you don't have to worry about that. You can play back here and watch the drop through the mirror window. It's gonna suck if they're. I'm pretty sure Nomad comes down and she's prone or whatever. It's gonna suck for that, but you can at least damage them as they go down. And if you're quick enough, you can headshot them. If you have the good enough reaction time for that.
I'm moving.
Located a bomb.
Yeah, they just droned it.
They're getting this hatch too.
I said this hatch looks like it's server. No, it's small
Can you
office
smoke it out?
hatch.
Ben, see if you can start rotating up like stairs and kill around the servers. Just be careful.
I hear
So we got to call for a flank. But can we
Yeah,
flank?
I'll make my way.
Whoever this Legion player is, your sensitivity is just maybe a tad too high. Just a tad. Like you're shaking a little bit. I don't know if that's just you being nervous or whatever, but it may be just a tad too high. So look at that. If you're comfortable with it,
White stairs.
fine.
They're
Play
all
with high,
above there.
80
White,
or
white.
high
Yeah, be
sensitivity.
careful.
White,
Just
white.
watch. Just run down. I have
One
legions.
connector. He's on connector.
Oh, he jumped?
Yeah, I got
Okay,
him.
so this is where I made the comment that your Jaeger was going up main and watching it. You had Goose on main. You're in a safe position. You should be watching that drop. Like you should not take your eyes off it at all because Mira can't watch her mirror window and that drop at the same time. She can try, but it's not really gonna work too well.
I got the drop one.
Op 4
I think
located
Sophia
a
might
bomb.
have dropped down
Protect
too,
it.
I'm not sure.
I'm watching white.
We don't have to
So we got our first smoke there. Good. About a 30-second
That's
mark.
white stairs.
Got it.
So one thing that you could do with that is it doesn't look like Jaeger's over there. You could have just quickly done this. You're in the position to be able to do this. You could have just pre-fired out and re-peek back. If you do one bullet of damage, that's less damage or that's less health that they have. Easier for your teammates to kill them. If you're not peeking to kill them, you're just peeking to scare the shit out of them. Is all you're
Stay on the
doing.
clock. Keep it steady.
And then see they
White.
peek
Push
you
me.
and they
white
do
here, stairs,
that.
Kaid.
Yeah.
So Kaid isn't in a good enough position to watch it. I'm pretty sure it's later on in the game where it's easier for me to show this in the angle. I'm gonna wait for that. But there is an easier way to hold main stairs where you are completely safe as the person downstairs.
Someone's going utility.
Smoking it out. Smoking out A.
Yes.
Time expires in 10 seconds.
So
White.
that you're in an unsavory position right there because they know that there's a mirror window right there, and they know that your positioning is around that area. So it's okay, but I would prefer it being in garage if you wanted to be a little like what's the word? A little more. I can't think of the word right now. I just can't. I just got back from my class. I just can't. Putting yourself positioning in here, they're gonna clear everything else, and then they're gonna think, okay, no one's in here, and then just walk on through, and then you get them a free kill basically. And then this is why having the mirror window is also good. Having it open is also good because then you can still see into sight and see if someone drops, and you can even see into the other site, into CC site.
One down. One down.
Okay.
4 remaining.
And there we go. You just won on time.
Sorry, I did not do anything.
Clean.
That's all
That was
good.
nice.
You held that angle for me. That was good, Jordan.
Okay, I didn't
And-
know because
Okay, so that I do not like.
You
Here,
ca-
let's
I-
see if we can. Ah, damn it.
I said it a
No,
little late.
See if I can find it. If
Time limit.
Sorry, I did
he
not
doesn't
do
hit the
anything.
Dang.
It's
scoreboard.
all
That was
good. You held
nuts.
that angle for me.
Right there. Okay. Right here. I don't think I heard a call that diffuser was down. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I did. This is something new to me. I just realized this. Diffuser was down in the middle of the site. Tell your team that. Because if you know that diffuser's down in the middle of the site and the last person's on main stairs, I'm not gonna peek that person on main stairs. I'm just gonna sit there and wait for them to try and manhandle through me to get to the diffuser to plant. So being better about calling out where diffuser is at all times. If you if you're a roamer and you get a diffuser drop like way off site, like say you're down here, your site's down here, you, upstairs you have one person repel in CEO and they're alone, you down them, they had the diffuser, you say I have the diffuser, at least one more person should go up to help you. Maybe, depending on the situation and how much they've roam cleared. Like if this is in the first 30 seconds, 100% do that. If it's in the last like minute and a half of the round, probably don't do that. Just hold your own as the single roamer. They still have to go through you to get to the diffuser. But protecting the diffuser, because the objective is that diffuser. At the end of the day, you won because they didn't plant the diffuser.
I mean, that was good, Jordan.
Okay, I didn't know because I said it a
No,
little late.
I would have died.
Nice
She got a weird little look at me.
Yeah,
So.
smokes were really good there.
Thank y'all. All right. Ryan, you want me to go smoke or mute for the because there's a lot of.
I'm gonna go bandit, so if you want to go smoke, then that's fine.
Okay.
You want me to get mute?
Should I go?
Oh, man.
Should I go rook? And I'll anchor up around meeting.
Okay, yeah. I prefer dock, but if you want to go rook, that's fine.
Oh yeah, and then this is the first thing for round 2. Rook is statistically better than Doc. Like you're always gonna get the benefit of Rook unless you get headshot. That's the same thing with Doc. Except for Rook, you guarantee get the benefit of having that Rook armor no matter what. Whereas Doc, it can be maybe I'll be able to revive someone from a distance. Maybe I won't. All the time that I've spent playing Doc, which is probably like, I think it's like 45, 50 hours now. I think I've revived someone from a distance maybe 5 times. Maybe. 600 plus kills. I revived maybe 5 people from a distance. It just doesn't happen that often. You can substitute a Jaeger if he's banned for a Doc and a Rook, but that's like just beyond what we're doing right now. So bringing the Rook is better, and you also might, if you bring the Rook, it might not be a bad idea to bring the Doc as well, or to bring a Kaid or a Goyo for the ACOG. I don't know if you guys are allowed to play Wamai in this scrim or not. I would assume nope. Excuse me. I would assume no. But Goyo and Kaid are definitely on the board, and they both have ACOG. So bring them. You're on the top site. Like it's really long angles, and it's really hard to get lost without your ACOG at
I'll
times.
go down.
Do you want anything?
Bring the advantage when you need it.
Jordan?
Sorry. Oh, okay.
It's kind of what I'm trying to
Okay.
say.
Because I was waiting for Enrique to go because he mains that too.
I think this is fine.
Do you think Nomad is
Well,
just
my-
golden in disguise?
Do you want a camera or a barbed wire?
Barb,
I'll go barbed.
yeah.
Alright, we can go
This one.
forward.
Over here.
Can reinforce.
Got one drone.
Reinforce these walls right here.
I'll get the wall over here, right?
Op 4 has located a bomb. Be ready for assault.
I just don't know if we're gonna peek from sky.
I'm just getting walls so they can't peek down the hallway.
Alright, we have one empty here.
Down to
I got
5
it.
seconds. Op 4 has located a bomb.
I'm gonna try to play around the block until I get you
Or am I
I
just
could
playing
play.
elevator?
I could play in stock if you want me to. That's what I was gonna do.
I'll anchor.
Okay, so yeah, I had this written down. So you guys didn't have, like, apart from the Doc anchoring in sight and the smoke probably anchoring in sight too because of smoke, you guys had no idea where your positioning was. Like you're asking, should I go here? Do you want me to go here? Where do you want me to go here? Like you guys should know who's doing what. You should have dedicated people for entry fraggers, supports, anchors, like whatever, unless they change their operator and they have to do something else and you ask them to do something else, they should know I'm playing in this position or this position. And I may have to say, hey, I'm doing this instead of this to my team so that you guys know what's going on. But for like 15 seconds into the round saying, oh, I'm going to play in stocks and I'm going to play in elevator, like, well, shouldn't you guys know this already? Is kind of how what I'm trying to get out.
I'll run them. We have
Alright,
I'm an
conference.
elevator.
I'll go conference.
Oh yeah, and then
Janitor.
you kind of put that ADS a little bit over the top of the table. So if we have like, this is the table, it has like a little lip like that. So you put it like right here, kind of. So you're standing right here. A Zofia charge, this is going to happen in a little bit. Zofia charge comes over. If you're standing up, it's going to come into proximity of you about right here. So it's going to go off. And your ADS can't catch it because it's not within line of sight of it. So you want to put your ADS farther out or even right next to the window. Like at the window, like put it on the wall or something, like right next to the window or on the wall that the window is mounted onto. And they can't shoot it unless they have a Twitch or a Thatcher, and they're not going to waste a Thatcher to shoot an ADS. They're just going to throw flashes. So at the very least, you're burning utility, which is the idea behind ADSs. And doing this is kind of just wasted your utility, if I remember correctly.
I'm heading around servers.
And you're kind of
They're
trying
still
to
burning.
hide
There's so much sand.
while being super obvious at
They
the
got
same
the
time. Yeah, they
camera
see you
open.
immediately.
They know I'm stuck.
They know I'm playing
If you're gonna hold a position like stock, you need to.
They're droning.
It's an
Got it.
aggressive position to hold. Like you can't hold this by just hiding, unless the people
my
that you're playing
ADS not
against
get the
aren't gonna
first
drone
one?
you. And we'll wait a second
Someone
here,
hit Legion.
and
Hallway.
I'll make another point.
It's all the way at the end with by the open doors.
Right there. If you have to rewind this and go back, it's 10 minutes and was that like 19 seconds? The sound actually happened. She vaulted in. You could hear it plain as day. You could shoot through the wall right now to kill her or pre-fire her because you know that she's just gonna whip herself around and just start pre-firing you because she just walked right in. They have a drone on you. What are they gonna do? They're gonna spot you and she's gonna pre-fire you. So start pre-firing her or shoot her and kill her through the wall before she can do anything to you.
They're gonna be in stock. One in stock.
back off.
And you were surprised by it because you said they're gonna be in stock. You didn't know she was in there right away. That was decent enough reaction time to get out of there, but you could have possibly killed her or not taken any health
Hang
by
back here.
abandoning the position
Doc's
and
fault.
not
Drag me
taking
out.
any
I'm
health.
back in meeting.
Alright.
Yup, they're shooting
They're-
at Jaren.
And then
Yeah,
you
no,
could
I'm
go
shooting at the
below
drone. They
Doc
droned me
and
out.
have him shoot out the floor and stim him
Doc,
you
do you
that
think
way.
you can make a hole and kill
Um,
me
Oh,
or
they
something?
just
You
got
can't
you,
make a hole in the wall
A
because it was all reinforced.
They're gonna push me soon, Legion.
They pushed me.
Jaeger, wait, stay
Yeah,
still.
hallway.
Watch hallway stairs.
And you ask for a stim and then you're moving around.
Thank you.
They just saturated both.
You need
walls
to
away.
understand when you need it and when you don't need it. And he immediately gets stoned.
Janitor, nomad.
They're planting.
Yeah, and then they're planting. Where are they planting? Which site? How are they planting? Did someone repel them through a window? What happened?
Smoke, watch your left.
I can't fucking see him.
Fuck.
God.
There you go, BJ.
I'm coming to you, Enrique. Nice pick.
Alright, I'm.
I like the OBJ calls, but you should learn bomb sites. I'm still horrible about it, so I still need to work on it as well. But saying if they're in B or A, that just helps you understanding their positioning and where they could be to hold an angle on you.
Hovering.
But
I have
continuing,
front stairs.
nice kill on
and banana.
Zofia.
That's it.
If you didn't get stimmed up by
Watching
Doc
lobby
early,
videos
you
go
would have lost that fight.
I hear him by me. I'm at white.
Just watch the sights. Just
He's in
hold.
stock.
Alright, just hold for now.
The bomb diffuser has been successfully deployed.
Where?
In A. A walls open.
A window.
Oh,
And there's my next note. A wall is open. Good to know. No one said anything at all. And it was like, what was it, 40 seconds left? And then the bomb was planted, and then we find out that A wall was open.
A wall's open.
Yeah.
There's one on a window, you said?
I didn't. No.
Like
Fuck, that's
anytime something
barricaded.
gets open,
Watch
A
going towards
left
janitor,
wall,
'cause that's
A
where they
right
open.
wall, whatever one it is, say which one was open.
All right.
Stock school.
One friendly.
And
One
then
behind.
that. So, this is one of the notes I have. Quick peeking, dry peek it. Just quickly whip out and whip back into cover and figure out where the hell he is. Because if you know where he is, then you can whip back out and pre-fire him. Learn how to do it. I can hopefully teach you guys how to do it. If no one knows on your team, it is mainly just muscle memory thing that you just have to constantly do over and over and over and over and over again. But everyone should learn how to do that because it's the easiest way to get information when you don't have a camera.
Behind CEO desk. Not sure where the last one is.
Wow.
Oh, you would have had it if you killed him because
He was super
Yeah,
far
th-
where he was.
no, it's all good.
Jeez.
Thermite was
He's on
so lit.
iron?
What is that?
How'd you get iron?
Pro League.
Holy shit.
It's probably an account that he never plays
His
on.
name is Picky.
And
You run
a lot of what happened there was just poor positioning on your team and you. So your poor positioning was in stocks and trying to play it more passively than what you should have been. You had an ADS, so you could have been a little bit more aggressive and you could have placed the ADS better. You could have placed it because stocks. Actually, yeah, we get to see this. So you could have placed your ADS right here in stocks instead of behind the desk that you're at. Because what is it? What's the difference between placing it literally on top of you and placing it in front of you? Nothing. Like they might be able to shoot it through the window, but they could do the same thing way back there. It's just more that they have to shoot through, but they don't know that it's there. And if they do know that it's there, they know they can't do anything to you unless they flash it first. So it just burns you again, burns their utility. So you could have placed it there, and then once you heard them vault in, you could have pre-fired the angle and possibly killed Zofia, or just gotten out of there and had more HP, and could have possibly won the gunfight against Thermite at the end. And then you had Legion over in Elevator, who got droned out and then remained in Elevator. They were droned out. You could have held the angle for the Legion to get out right here. Just pre-fired it, literally just done nothing but pre-fire it, so that she can get out of Elevator and get into a better position. Because they weren't holding garage and they weren't holding windows, they weren't holding front windows. So you have a lot of room to just move around over in Banana and everything else. And then Doc died on site, Smoke died on site. They just died because the wall was open. No one said that the wall was open, which kind of sucked. And then Bandit was roaming around. He got his kills, which was good. He didn't waste time, which was kind of, I don't want to say disheartening, but it's kind of sucks that he didn't waste nearly as much time as you would hope for. They didn't bother roam clearing him, so he should have just been more aggressive, in my opinion. Make them waste his time. Make it so that they know that he's a threat to be reckoned with, and that if you let him go unchecked, he will kill you. But yeah, that's pretty much that round.
You want to
Not bad. A lot of it's just positioning. Positioning
You
is
want Legion
really
this time
easy to
or okay,
fix.
no?
Yo, Ryan, do you want me to take Bandit and Bandit trick?
No, I'll keep Jaeger.
Okay.
Do you know how to bandage trick?
I know how to. I'm not good though.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Because they're not challenging the window at all. We can keep the dock again, and if you want to get smoke again, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have. So, what was the biggest, like, whoever is watching this right now, think to yourselves, like, just take a minute. What was the thing that you could bring now that would save that round, that last round? What one thing, one gadget, either a secondary gadget or just an operator's gadget, one thing that could have changed that round entirely? Everything went exactly the same. No one destroyed any extra gadgets. Everything stayed up. This person's gadget would stay up, or their secondary utility would stay up. What's one thing that would have saved that round? I would say a Maestro cam, a bulletproof cam, a pulse underneath, literally anything that had to deal with information. The only information that you guys are gaining right now is this Legion's goo mines. That's it. Last round, if you knew where the Thermite was, that he was behind the desk and that he was crouched, you could have pre-fired it, killed him. Then Thatcher could have been easy pick off. He could have died because you had another Maestro cam somewhere. One thing that I did notice was that the enemy team, every round that they could, they brought a Maestro. Why? Because he's just good for that. He has the information available and he can use it. So bring that. You can't bring a Maestro? Okay, bring a bulletproof cam. Jaeger can bring it, Doc can bring it, Legion can bring it. So you have 3 potential Maestro cameras that are just static cameras. Like they can't move and they can't shoot you. But they're still see through smoke and you still have to get up and close to them or get a good angle on them to kill them. So or to destroy them, sorry. So bring information. I don't know why you wouldn't.
They really have a challenge at those windows.
Alright, this time I'm gonna keep janitor closed. That way I can hear if they break in.
Okay.
So that rotation is just gonna be off. I would have been fine
Yeah,
if
you don't have to play elevator.
I didn't get pulled off.
Sorry, did I hit you?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and then you don't place either of your barbed wire this round, which is kind of saddening. It's just utility that you're wasting. Is all that I see from that. It went underneath that chair. Yep.
Zoom
Yeah.
in. Fly in. I'm so sorry.
10 seconds.
Ryan, do you want me anchoring with you or do you want me to roam in?
5 seconds left.
I can anchor.
Alright, then I'll roam.
Op 4 has yet to locate a
Ah. So that's where that came from. I put on here smoke roaming with like 3 question marks. I was just like, but why? No. Don't have the smoke roam. You should roam as Jaeger. If you want someone roaming, Jaeger's number 1. Then it would probably be Legion, then Doc, then Bandit, then Smoke. But since both Bandit and Smoke have a duty and responsibility to hold sight off as long as possible, Bandit with bandit tricking, Smoke with smoking off entrances, they should stay in sight and stay alive as long as they need to or the utility is used. Your utility is used hopefully during the prep phase, and as we can see here, you're not getting all of it used. Doc's utility comes from him just getting into gunfights, everyone getting into gunfights. So whether or not he's going to fight someone else or do anything else, then that's good. Legion's utility is just gone over time, so if he's good at roaming and he can stay alive, then it can not only do damage to the enemy, but waste their time. Smoke roaming is
Is this a good spot? Or should I go
probably
behind
one of the
couches?
worst ones to roam. Again, you would rather have Doc roam
Okay.
than you would Smoke.
I don't think they can shoot me. Oh, but they could shoot me from there.
They shoot you literally through the wall too.
Okay. So where should I
You wanna
go?
chill?
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work. Honestly, you probably just chill around here. Just be
Okay.
mindful.
Alright, they got square cam.
I feel like we need to start bringing more cam operators because I just don't have any intel. I'm out.
Yeah, there you go. I forgot that person that she said that. There you go. She said it plain as day. We need more info.
Sophia's lit. She's gonna come stock. I'm running towards you, Doc. She's trying to rush at me. I'm behind you,
Okay.
Doc.
Where's Jaeger? I got you.
Okay, I got their cam.
Sophia's gonna
Alright.
try.
It does seem like Doc isn't, I don't want to say fully aware, but yeah, isn't fully aware of his surroundings, what's going on around him. He probably should have seen you taking damage, you're staying alive. Okay, where is this person so I can heal them so that they can not die in the next
Try
gunfight?
to be a speedy girl and run in here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Legion mines, and I'm watching the door.
Alright, watch that door, Doc.
Yep. A hallway.
That's
They
janitor
just ran
door.
in stock.
Or that's,
Legion, watch right here.
yeah, that's
for me,
janitor and then
and
electrical's
I'll watch
downstairs.
this angle for you.
Got it.
Oh yeah, and
no,
then so for this, you had her watching this angle right here, which is okay. It's just that double check that she moves because the angle that you start watching, you guys line up. So if one of you dies, or if you die, I should say, then she'll die as well, and you don't want that. So that's more of like a double
Ping
checking
behind
on your
That's
guys'
alright.
part
No, you're good.
to verify that you aren't lining
I'll
yourselves up.
watch this angle for you.
And that does happen a couple times in here. Oh, and then one thing that you could do, yeah, I hate that this pauses right in the middle. So you're holding this angle kind of passively, it's not really aggressive. Skylight, for one, only sees to about right here, and that's about it. What you could do is you could go over into this corner and just stand up in it, you'll look like an idiot, but you'll catch them off guard, and that's the idea behind it. You're putting yourself in an unsavory position to catch them off guard, or go prone right here, because then you're shooting through a turned over chair that's sitting right here and underneath the desk. It's harder for them to see you there, and it's just better for you overall, and you're less likely to be lined up with Legion right behind you. So go ahead, continue there.
They dragged me out. Watch, janitor.
Op 4 has located a bomb. You know what to do.
Nomad's coming again.
Hold up.
What?
That's one charge.
Good job.
Someone's on drone. Outside, janitor.
Mm.
They're gonna try to frag it. They're gonna try to frag it.
I can hear them, yeah. They're like hesitating. Smoke, watch,
Now they
watch,
got it,
way.
got it.
Be advised, Op 4 has located a bomb.
Alright, so
They're coming through the.
yep, we know that the wall is open, but we don't know which wall, for one. So making a call out for which window or which wall was open would be really nice. So just reiterating that again,
Door.
continuing on.
Got it.
And then
So
poor angle clearing on your part. So where
Because-
are they clearing?
Advised,
They're all upstairs. They all stayed upstairs last time. No one was downstairs. No one came from downstairs. No one entered in downstairs. And they're doing it pretty much the same this time. So it astounds me that you would clear from the stair railing over and then go up to head level for if they were at the landing, like at the top of the stairs. You should start here and go across, or crouch level. Like pick one or the other, head level or crouch level, and just continue on. Clearing from the stairs was kind of
Op 4 has
well,
located a bomb.
kind of got what got you killed. I'm not gonna say
they're
it's
coming through the
100%,
door.
but that kind of got you
Got
killed
it.
there. Because you had to think
The
more
Sophia's
about
gonna
it,
be coming
and by the
into,
time that you had cleared where you were, you already were having to flick up. Like later in here, I have just reticle placement. Like just placing your guys' reticles in better positions will net you more kills because now you don't have to flick. You don't. If you are, like if you're, this is a doorway. Oh my gosh, that is a horrible doorway. Oh, we'll just use this doorway. So you have your reticle placement. You're looking at the floor because you were clearing the stairs, and then you had to flick up to their head. If you had started at their head, you barely have to go anywhere to get to it, and you could just start firing. In fact, and that again nets you more kills. Or if you're at crouch level, it's less that you have to go through. They're not going to be prone on the ground. Like 9 times out of 10, when you peek someone, they're not going to be prone on the floor. Which is why I also told you, hey, go prone right here. You're less likely to be caught doing that.
That
She got
office.
one,
Oh, yeah,
She
she
got
got
me
me.
through door.
Damn.
Jeez, that nomad every time.
Yeah, what's going on? Okay, never mind.
Oh.
Mission failure.
If we're gonna bandit trick, then we bring Cade as well, because I just can't get both of us.
Okay, I can go Cade.
We almost got both of them though. That was good.
Yeah, we keep getting doubled up on janitor. It's the same nomad and buck every time.
Take basement again.
Can I go Cade, or do you want him?
Yeah, go Cade.
Oh, do you want me to switch pick or no? Okay.
I'll probably 6 Samir, honestly.
Got it.
Make
Yeah, I
Cade.
know, Cody.
Go
I
on,
wanted
Kyle.
to try it again though, because I suck at doing that.
Practicing it.
Alright. See, that's a good use of 6-pick. Because now they may think that you're going upstairs for a 3rd time. And then they find out, oh no, they're actually going downstairs. So they could change their lineup as to which operators are bringing. They have not changed their lineup at all. Because it's attack. You don't do that typically. All it's
I'll
gonna
give
do
this
is
one to
psych you
Ashley.
guys out. Psych them out.
Got it.
Uh,
I'll go
They
the
have to
other
come
ones.
up with a different game plan while you're waiting here and loading and during the prep phase. Now they have to come up with a new game plan. That's pretty much all 6-pick is. It's kind of worthless.
There we go. Is that a drone? No.
So now we have people going and getting hatches dedicated, which is good.
You want me to Cade the same 2 things?
Yeah.
Got it.
Do we need any help on hatches?
No, we're good.
I think we're good.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my god, video game.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah,
Did they
we're
find
on
bombs
fourth round.
yet?
I don't think so.
5
Bombs already, or they think they run up safe?
I don't think they found it.
bomb locations are secure.
I don't have a spare reinforcement on ping. Here.
Do not. I'm gonna go back to my other hiding spot.
Right, a hiding spots when you're anchoring aren't hiding spots, they're anchoring positions. It's a place where you can be in where you're completely safe. And if you peek out, then you can get a quick kill or you can die. And they can get back into cover and they can't do anything about it. I don't know why that. I don't want to say it triggered me, but it just caught my attention like a hiding spot. No, it's not a hiding spot. One thing that I do not like though is you doing this. So you're playing here, and you have this hatch unreinforced. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna drone you out. They're gonna say, "Hey, some lesions in stairs. You know what? The only thing stopping me is some goo mine at the top of the stairs. I peek over, I kill him. I pre-fire him and I kill him because he can't do anything about that. Unless he already knows that I'm peeking him, which he won't because we're gonna destroy the cams. And even if he does kill me, he's probably gonna run out, or if he's probably gonna run out or try to, which we can destroy this hatch, and now all of a sudden we can kill him on the rotate. At the very least, we trade 1 for 1. Or I can drop down after we drone out this area, see that there's no one there. Someone else can drop down as I'm peeking him, and we can both peek him at the same time and kill him. Even if he kills one of us, we still are up, or not up, but we are even for kill count. So it's a good trade.
Okay, they just broke
I didn't know
Cam
that
on
they actually
third
renamed
floor.
the goo Nanotoxin
Above
32.
Open.
That's nice.
They're above the fucking words.
But yeah, this is gonna play out
They're droning out.
exactly that.
River stairs.
She
He's on one right now.
stung pre-fire.
I don't know.
Oh my
I
god.
She pre-fired exactly where your head was. Not standing up, not prone, crouch. They droned you so that you were crouched there and just pre-fired you. I didn't even hear the drone, so it could have been a pre-placed drone on the soda machines behind you for all I know. They could have just lightly peeked at the very top of the stairs and then come over. Either way, you should not have been there for that long. Like if you don't see a drone and it's that far into the round and you're in that kind of a position, you should get out. Just get out.
I'm so
Because you know
bad.
you're about to get pre-fired.
That's
What was that?
stairs.
Yeah, and then this. So what you could do is like right in the middle here. You don't reinforce this wall right here, but you shotgun a hole open about right here. Maybe a little lower, but you can see stairs. You get a sight line of the stairs right over here. You can see their feet. They can't see any of you. Or if they do, it's going to be through a wall because this is going to be higher up. Because of the way the angle works, you actually get full sight picture of their feet and they get nothing of you because they can't see it. Their angle of depression is too much and they can't see anything. They only see is a wall. They don't even see the hole in the wall, and you get a free line of sight into their feet. So that's how you should hold main stairs. You can still do it
Sophia,
this
she's
way,
like,
but again, just
I
a
know.
better way to hold it.
I'm watching
No
play.
bad.
Yep.
Thermite's in office hallway.
And again,
That's
reticle
cool.
placements. She will put hers from anywhere from crouch to the floor to up again, and it's just being consistent with it. Pick one and go with it. You can't do them all. Like if a drone comes by,
Alright,
just
thanks
shoot it.
for
Like
attacking.
you don't have to have your
I
reticle
just took
down
out
on
my
the
cam.
floor for a drone. Because a drone can't kill you, but a person can.
Both hatches.
Located a bomb.
Watch out, that hatch is open
There
here.
we
I hear a
go.
plant.
There it goes. I hear a plant. You have a mirror window watching it, if I recall. They don't have any smokes, and you guys are just now hearing a plant. Like, what? Smoke should be smoking that out. Like the second that a thermite breaches the wall, smoke it off, because the first thing that they're gonna do is they're gonna make noise to cover the sound of a plant. So if you smoke it off, you don't have to worry about that.
Op 4 has located the diffuser.
Yep.
You need to destroy it.
I'm flashed.
And then now this person is just kind of holding this angle. Everyone's just kind of
Come to
sitting
you, Jordan.
Yeah,
static from where they are.
they just droned me.
It's a 5v4 post plant retake.
Oh, Pibby's still watching me. All hatch.
Okay.
Like
Let's
they're
see
not
what's
going to
good
come
shooter.
down. Like
They're watching Hall Hatch.
the last thing that you are going to do in this situation as the 5 people is you're gonna sit at those hatches. You're gonna watch the flanks and you're gonna not move your butt unless the person on the hatch dies. Then you start moving around once someone dies, but no one's died, so no one's gonna come down those stairs. That's like the worst place that you can go. You're gonna have a lesion trap. You're gonna have barb, as you can see right in front of your screen. You're gonna have the angles against you. So why would you push down it? Like only super kill hungry people do that in ranked, and that is it. Like they're waiting for you to push up. So you have to push up and go into those lines of sight. You now are the attackers and they are the defenders. They are defending that bomb from being diffused by you, or the diffuser from being counter diffused by you. You have to make the move. So you have to be aggressive in this
They're gonna get-
situation.
Shit.
One friendly remaining.
Server.
Not much we can do there, dude.
Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
Yeah, and I have on here that your flank push was very, your post plant was just really slow.
Okay,
You
what?
didn't even flank, it was just a push.
What'd you say?
I did put on there later. I think I put it in here. I can't remember if I thought of this later. I would. But if they read you better and brought a, say, a gridlock instead of a nomad, you guys would never be able to retake the site ever. Nomad, they were using her air jams for like flanks, and that was about it. They weren't really using it for post plant scenarios. If they had used a gridlock and placed gridlock track stingers all over site, you guys would be screwed because you take so much time to do anything that gridlock track stingers would just make that way worse.
Anyone else know how to play Mirror?
I'll play her, I guess.
I want you roaming with me.
Oh, okay.
I can play mirror.
Play Mirror. We need lesions for sight and.
I'm gonna-
smoke.
I say, asking if you know how to
Also
play, you
play Smoke
should
and
know
650
how to
Nitro
play
and
Mira.
Nitro and server to get
Everyone
feel like
should,
we
I
should run
think.
Pulso.
Like the
so
very
we can go
basic
off
idea
server,
of
like,
her.
we can tell how many are in there.
Do you want to do that then?
Yeah, I can do that. Cause that's usually what I do.
I will roam.
No, but I'll just stay in gold, cause then I can tell when they come down.
Yep, and that's
like,
exactly
Ryan,
what you want to
wanna
do
put
with
the
full.
Nitro cams above hatches.
You
that
can be
those are
aggressive
server
and
wall.
go to like secret
So it'd be one
tunnel
in main
or
hatch
blue
and one
stairs,
in
or
server.
beneath blue stairs. You could buy a secret tunnel, and you can just like walk outside, get that detection, and then come back in before you actually are detected, just to find out if they're coming from there or from
Okay.
above blue. Then you can get out of there as needed. It's just like an early warning thing. You can figure out how fast they're gauging the situation.
Alright, let's go.
And this, like, do not get hatches as Jaeger.
Reinforced party.
Whoever Jaeger is, that's one of the last people that you want to get a hatches. You could have Pulse or you could have Legion get them in this situation. Having Jaeger do it is one of the worst people to do it because he has so much to set up. And as we'll see, you won't have an ADS placed, and I think a barb. I don't think a barb, but I'm 100% an ADS. I have that written down. And that's
10 seconds left.
crucial. You should be able to put all that. Like, you have no time right now.
5 seconds to insertion.
You still have 5 more things to place down that require
okay.
a full animation to do.
Where do you want me to play?
Play around.
I can play like third floor, like square.
You are the roamer. You decide
just
where you're
leave it
gonna
up there
play.
before
You
they
can
do. Oh my God,
play
thank
more or
you.
less aggressive, unless you guys have. You obviously don't have strat set up for this on how you're going to play, but you still can play how you want.
Rodeo money.
And
Oh, yeah.
again, yep, there you go. This is
Not
just an
roaming.
ADS that we didn't play.
I have a sensor at server
Play over here.
around there.
Fucked.
No. The first job of a roamer, number 1, waste time. You are wasting time right now. They know you're there. They spotted you. You've destroyed a drone, you've destroyed some utility, so now you are wasting time. That is exactly what you want to do.
They know on the 3rd floor.
One thing that you could have figured out by now, are people coming in the same way every single time? Are they destroying the same cams every time? Is garage cam not destroyed every single time that they start on attack? If not, you know that no one's on garage or on parking garage, so you can play in this area. If you know that front street cam is not destroyed every single time, well then probably no one's going to be on the windows soon. So that means they're going to be coming from alley, which means they're probably in stocks or square stairs skylights. So picking your angles that way is better equip you for that.
Took
And
out
you
3
got
drones. So.
yeah, you say you
Yep.
got 3 drones, but how many do they
One's
have now?
Coming down.
We don't know because no one's counting.
I
I will
have
say
one
you get
outside
kind
of the
of
door.
cucked out
The
of
door
this
and
by having a
from server.
I think it was a
Then I have
poncho
one
that Nomad
white.
had.
Hold on. Hushy hush real quick.
But
Yeah, they're-
so you are in a position right now where you are aggressive. You're playing. You have to be aggressive as the Jaeger because you're cornered. Like, where can you run if they're pushing you from right here? Do you think that there's probably going to be someone else back here or about ready to breach the wall and CEO? You should destroy that camera, pre-fire this angle, or the one behind you, wherever. Jump down the ledge, and just maybe sit in an elevator, sit in small office, do something. Basically wasting their time more. If you die now, which you are going to, you wasted like 20 seconds that they had to spend extra time droning you, and that was it.
they're droning me out.
If you died with a minute left, that's a lot better, because you wasted 2 minutes of their time. Yeah.
Where, dude? Where?
Yep, it was just a punch hole.
No bad top floor. There's at least 2 top floor.
This is no kill cams.
That's hatch. And hallway.
And then watch cams if you're dead. Like, that should be the
Dude,
first
so
thing. Like,
shit
you're
now.
automatically on cams. And then that relieves pressure off of the Maestro, because
kitchen
the Maestro's going to be watching all the cams, and now he can
Sure.
just watch his evil eyes. You watch all the cams that aren't his
That
evil
sounded
eyes,
like
unless
one
he
dropped.
wants you to watch one specifically.
I'm gonna check their main hatch, Ivana.
Oh yeah, and then he does
I'll
this,
watch him alone.
which actually
That's
works,
when-
which I'm surprised
yeah,
by.
no one's gonna
And
find
then
it.
he fucks it up here. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so again, let me ask everyone. They have 2 ways to destroy this evil eye. They can Thatcher it and destroy it that way, or they can use a Zofia impact charge. Or what's the third way, which is what we're going to find out right now, is that you open it up and you allow them to destroy it. If you keep it shut and you don't do anything with it, and you just stare it at the ceiling in case Thatcher tries to destroy it, because then they can't destroy it actually. They can't get the angle on it. Doing this, you destroy 1 or 2 Hibana pellets, you know you're not going to get 3, because Nomad's right there about ready to shoot you, or shoot the evil eye as soon as it opens up. So what's the point in this? Like, this now becomes a static camp. This is nothing else. Now, if someone's watching the hatch, you can watch it, and then you can maybe zap them 1 or 2 times, and then close it up real quick and look away. You can get some easy damage on them that way. But doing this is
Yeah, they
it's
shot
just
his
worthless.
cam.
You wasted your utility. You were great in destroying all the Hibana pellets before that, and then just
No, that's above us. That's
wasted
above us.
that. And then Sophia gets that
One
one.
just
hatch
walked
is
into
on
the server from server stairs.
Two's in servers. They just came out. One's rushing in. A. One's on the left side of main star door. All right, I'm Thatcher.
Be advised, Op 4 has located the bomb.
Keep watching your white stairs, Jordan.
I know.
Oh, you have
I have to go
visions,
at the
you're
top.
good. Yeah.
I just got turned out.
There's one coming down white stairs now.
Got it.
5 seconds and counting.
Wait, what? What? Is that going forward when I wanted to go backwards?
Remember that? Wait, coach. Why did you post that picture?
What the heck? This go that far forward? What the heck? I know this is the. Oh, what? What is happening? Oh, come on.
Used to.
Am I being toxic?
5 seconds and counting.
I'm
Should I
not
get
being
this?
toxic. Yeah,
Get
get
this?
that. She's gonna rush you soon.
I hear it.
I know.
Pointing.
Oh, above that hat. It's server from server. I'll watch it, Milan.
Okay. Got this back.
You on A, I think.
That, no,
Hopefully I
that's above us.
remember
That's
to put
above us.
that out. So be destroyed.
One just walked into the server from server stairs.
Two's in servers. They just came out. One's rushing in. A. One's on the left side of main star door. All right, I'm Thatcher.
Be advised, Op 4 has located
Keep watching your white stairs, Jordan.
I know.
Oh, you have
I have to go at
legions,
the
you're
top.
good. Yeah. There's one coming down white stairs now.
Got it.
There's still one in meeting hall as well, above that hatch.
Good call.
Yeah, top.
It's also worthwhile to
She's
name
gonna rush you soon.
I hear it.
to
Yeah.
name
Pointing,
who is
pointing.
going down there. Nomad. She has an idea then of what gun she's going against and which operator to
Yep.
look for.
Oh my god.
I think there's still one in meeting hall, so be careful doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where's
not
that?
bad. Actually, we'll rush it.
That was kind of stupid of Mira.
Good pick, Milan.
Okay.
Fuck.
It's alright.
all friendlies were
Nah,
eliminated.
that was stupid.
Mission
You
failure.
just run like that. That was a fucking flaw.
Oh, that was an angle. I was wondering what he had.
I don't know
Look at
how
that,
much
look at the diffuser.
C4 usage you guys had, but
Sounds
if
like half
anyone
inch
still had their
diffuser.
C4 at the end of that, then
Bomb
bad
it.
C4 usage.
Dude, I
Better to
forgot-
use it
you know what?
and
Fucking
maybe
Toto's
get a kill than
office.
to not use it and definitely not get a kill.
Where do you want me to go?
Let's keep going, Legion.
Okay.
It's gonna be a nice long
What the
video
fuck
for
happened?
you guys. Alright, now I have to start skipping through
Keep the
things
bomb
more.
protected.
'Cause I was looking-
Vigil peaks. Don't
Die.
do that. It's good players. You're never gonna get that off.
I'm sorry.
The only time you do
What
that
is
is if they're
that?
playing Call of Duty and you're playing Siege. Then you're allowed to.
I don't know why I thought that'd be a good idea.
Oh my god, hit the fucking head.
Alright. And
Hit
then
one
call word
head.
diffuser. This is one thing that I was gonna say. I'm gonna start going a little quicker until we get to attack at least. Call out where the diffuser is, ping it, and say where it is, because then you know that they have to come for it, and then you can tell if they take sight. It's just like, well, they
No,
don't
that
have
was her.
diffuser because I know that
Oh,
they
that
didn't
was
take it
outside,
from
that's
over
it.
here. We still have the cam, and it's still
On the
here.
second floor.
Yeah, Nomad's lit to shit.
Whoever's playing Doc,
They're drawing us
tell
out.
them
Oh,
to
that's-
put an
Yep, they're doing
ACOG
this.
on that SMG, because that is why you bring
Op 4
Doc.
located a bomb. Protect.
Doc and Rook, you bring them for the ACOG.
So I have one above you as well.
They're all.
If they don't,
outside.
they don't like playing with the ACOG, give them a different operator that doesn't have an ACOG and have them play that one. Because any other utility is better than no utility with Doc. Because health isn't that important when it's one-shot headshots.
I'm swapping.
Just don't even peek it, Jordan. Just wait. You have a shit ton of legions there. They're gonna try to jump in at the same time.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then I don't know why she decided to do that, because she knew someone was watching the window. So you should pre-fire the window as you're moving out, because then if you're gonna die with something, and now
Oh my
you're
God.
stunned.
Lob.
There's one on the window. Be sick.
Oh my god. Oh
That
my
was
god.
kind of
One
bad
walked
timing,
into
but you
the door.
probably shouldn't have done that either. You
No,
were
wasn't.
not in a very good
Oh,
position at
Mm,
all
it's
to be able
alright.
to throw that out there.
All friendlies
and that's
I was
understanding
just
where
bad
you
timing on my
are.
bad.
Because you don't like, what good is the goo gonna do if you throw it and the minute that you pull it out, they shoot you like what they did there? It's better to just not throw the goo and kill them. Stand your ground.
Hey, now I'm glad NBC is not here.
Wow, I'd really love to play Doki. Oh wait, fuck them.
Son, we need to talk about this. You should not have that before you have this. Or either of these. Oh my goodness. This is never gonna come in handy. Yeah, she can be fun. I'll give it that. But these ones are just miles ahead of her in terms of just straight up usefulness.
IQ.
Utility dump is just a lion, but
Okay.
you know.
I can go Therm.
And gridlock, both of them. That's why gridlock's
Yeah.
a 3 armor, because she has just so much utility.
Yeah, IQ or Twitch.
And then we're
Oh,
not
God.
bringing
Oh god.
we're not bringing a double hard reacher
Changing
or
that, I
3
want
hard
that.
reachers or whatever. And we're
do you
bringing
want?
again
Ryan,
ugh,
we're doing server push.
an IQ. I already talked about the IQ. Valk and Echo are both banned. The operators that she counters the hardest and are more likely
Ryan,
to
we're
be
doing servers.
played.
Yep.
And she should not be played then. Or not should not, but she's less important. And if you're sacrificing an IQ for a hard breacher, then that's just not good. Oh, excuse me.
I can go with you.
I firmly believe every time that you play Bank, one person should spawn here because you can get Square Stairs Skylight Cam, you can get main lobby cam, and then you can get the street cam right here. Every time. Then you just don't have to worry about it.
Or I can go.
And you can get them all while you're outside. Is even better.
How about I spawn alley and get control of?
You know what we do?
I'll get control of upstairs actually. Like 3rd floor and all that fun
And
stuff.
then always roam clear when it's Bank basement. Especially like this is probably the one site where it's emphasized the most. The other sites from other maps, you can get away with it if it's basement and not roam clearing all the way. But for Bank especially, you need to roam clear the entire building, because if you don't, one person flanking around, which it's very easy to flank, and if they have impacts and can open up a hatch right above you, it's even worse, and you can just get screwed over so easily.
This round,
They're not CEO.
just swap your Zofia for Hamana.
Yeah, their basement.
Okay.
Okay.
They have a weird mirror placement.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, this is the weird mirror percent. I'll talk about it later.
5 seconds.
It's really interesting. I've never seen that before.
You see that thermite? The mirror?
No, what? Why do they have a mirror there?
That's what I'm saying. They put the
fuck,
mirror
fuck that. Wait,
facing the
what
wrong way.
fuck? Hold, Ryan, I'm on the wrong side of the map. Give me a second.
I wonder too if they have to have it face that way. Otherwise, if you place it the other way, you can still put a breaching charge on
I
it.
do not know why.
Interesting.
We're doing 3rd floor down.
Yep.
See, and then 3 people, I know it's 3 people because I remember later in the round, they go all the way over to the other side of the building and go to tunnel. Like, why not just spawn over there? If you spawn over there, then you don't have to worry about it.
Droning out everything.
If you're afraid of
CO.
spawn peaks, well, you just shouldn't be.
It's
Well, 2 people
clear.
went over, not 3. 2 people went over there. 1 person already spawned there.
Executives clear.
I'm with you. I have a drone in there right now. And it's,
Well, they broke the hatch to server too.
it's
They
so-
did.
Server hatch is open.
I see.
So-
They just want server control. That means
This is something that I talked about here, is that you have a dedicated person that drones and a dedicated person that entries. So you are the entry fragger right now. You and IQ could be. And then you would have that Thermite or Thatcher or both of them droning you guys in and taking the map control as you go. Because you droning something and then looking away, 4 seconds later, someone could be there. That's about the golden rule. 4 to 5 seconds is where you want to be for information. If you drone something and you leave it alone for 4 or 5 seconds, someone could be there, and that information that you gained is worthless. So always be after, like, have someone dedicating through it. Like, you have 3 people down in server. They're trying to figure out the problem with server for whatever reason. Apparently, it takes 3 people. If you had everyone helping, you could be done roam clearing right now. At the very least, the top floor, you could be in and getting ready to set up. But you know that I know that there's someone on the second floor. It's a Mozzie. Seems like it was just a Mozzie. So breaking open.
Someone's playing
Here, we'll
second
wait.
floor.
I'll go on more for that.
Go in or no?
Stockroom's clear. Yeah, we can go in.
Just watch
And you
these,
have one person droning out the tiny room, the one person droning out the general area. That can already go down to like main lobby and droning out that area and getting that done, and then moving on farther.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, we can't throw that down.
All right.
Mark.
That is a make sure cam inside the server.
Now we're continuing our
Going
drone.
out- oh,
We need someone to apply pressure on this second, or we need someone to watch this fucking above server hatch.
Got it. Coming.
Yeah, I don't feel safe going over there.
I'm just
So-
Give
dro-
me a second.
Your team is complaining about not feeling safe about going in, but yet, they aren't helping you roam clear. After you roam clear, everyone is safe everywhere. You put claimers up. If you want a nomad, you can put nomad charges up. You do whatever you want, and they're probably going to stay there anyway. Like, this is one of those sites, again, where everyone can sit on site, and it can be perfectly fine. It's not like the noob thing where everyone's downstairs in the basement. Oh, it's going to be easy. No, everyone's downstairs in the basement. Okay, they're going to have a heavy
I'm joining on second
emphasis on
floor
not
right
letting
now.
us plant.
Archives
on server.
clear. They have a rotation from archives to Mozzie's in open.
So Mozzie's an open. The hatch right to your right, right over here, opens in the open area. Open it. You open it. You cut off some rotation. You could possibly just
meeting
kill
area.
him, surprise him.
Alright,
Like, you
someone
have that
be
option to
careful
do
with
that.
the,
So do it.
Open mirror.
Number
Don't worry
15.
about the make sure cam too much unless it starts.
I'm here.
fucking
So
up.
at least try and get that the soft hole, Ryan, next to the.
Fucking Legion,
Now
dude.
it's not with thermite.
Get the
Do
shit
you
out
have,
of me.
do you have breaching charges?
No, I don't. I. Oh, no.
And this is where everyone's
I
trying to
do
figure
not have
out.
Claymore.
Breaching
I have a clip.
charges.
We need
We only
breaching
have
charges,
57 seconds.
and
I have top
You
server.
have breaches.
No.
No.
and
Alright.
and no one has breaches, and the only
need me
person that
down there?
has breaching
God
capability
damn it,
is
why?
you.
Because we're not gonna be able to push these servers along.
And now you have to
Alright.
stop the roam clear because
Well,
you're
Want me to do a
40
fire
seconds
or
in.
smoke or anything?
It's
Wanna
good
go
that
on
you
fire?
reminded them how much time that they had, though. That's good.
Oh my god. They're coming. They dropped server. Mozzie is in kitchen.
What do you need me to explode right here?
The soft wall, yes.
There you go.
Sorry.
Mozzie's coming.
That was like a poopy head.
Watch your
Yeah,
hatch.
just gotta go
Mozzie's
in and
coming.
plant.
I'm watching hatch.
19 seconds, shall I plant?
And then you're just in a bad position. You have 4 people
I got killed beat from
downstairs trying
Mir.
to watch.
Mir and
We should
Kaid are on
plant,
top
yeah?
of each
Something.
other.
Fuck.
Maestro.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And now you're planting in
We
front
would
of
have
the
had
mirror
it.
window.
It's alright. It's
Oh
alright.
my god.
That was a lot of scuff.
This
So-
is our B team, guys.
What you want to do in that situation is you had a Capital. One, if you had roam cleared. Let's assume that you roam cleared. Like Mozzie either abandoned his post or he died. Like one of the two. Whatever. So what you want to do is you want to smoke off the mirror window as Capital and then smoke right here. And then flame this out. Or if you get the hatches, flame out the mirror window. And then go and plant right here against the wall. They're not going to do anything about you doing that. It's going to be really hard for them to do anything about it. And the only way they're going to know is if they have the Maestro Cam. But if you use your utility right and use your Sophia charge to blow open or to destroy a Maestro Cam, then we don't have to worry about them spotting us. There's just really
Guys,
poor,
B team.
horrible roam clear and really poor use of utility.
Oh.
Oh, there's still another one?
Yeah, because we won one.
One.
Hell yeah.
And she keeps
Ryan,
saying that this
instead
is your
of thermite,
B
should I
team,
bring
so
Hibana
I'm going
get
to
underneath
assume
the,
that
They go second floor.
the Villa match, I think
oh,
it's
fuck,
Villa is
yeah,
next,
yeah, sorry.
that I do later
Yeah,
is going to be
yeah.
better.
What do you want me to do, Twitch?
Fucking Capitals fine, yeah.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from you, Zoff?
I don't know. I played pretty poopy there.
Yeah?
Listen, Enrique, you've been playing pretty poopy all day. No, I'm just so
I know. Like, I should have killed the mirror there, but my reaction time was like...
Oh yeah, and then the mirror thing. Like, that was really... Just saying, I'm probably going to use that at some point because you can hold garage. You can avoid holding garage and still hold it fairly well. Just by using a bulletproof cam. It's fairly easy. Putting that mirror window there is interesting. But if you guys had a Hibana or a Maverick added onto your roster, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Mirror window would
That
be
of a
gone.
90-year-old.
You could probably put the thermite charge
keep
on or
getting
use
scared.
the Hibana charges,
Like
and
my
you wouldn't have to
arm
worry.
just jerks and I don't.
And you
play.
could plant.
Locate a bomb.
That's one of those situations where
Watch me.
okay,
do
thermite can't
shit
be
now,
used for
and then
this
I'm gonna
wall,
go
so
play
we're gonna use them
casual,
for a
and
different hatch,
yeah.
and we're gonna use a utility that we would have used for that hatch on this wall.
Yeah, they're second.
You can pre-play. One thing I have on here is that you can pre-place drones to make roam clearing easier. You guys kind of did that, or you did, I should say.
10 seconds
Yeah, you
before
kind of leave it
insertion.
here, which
Drone has located a
yeah.
bomb. 5 seconds to insertion.
And then again with your spawns, I think everyone spawned in the same spot this time. Yeah, everyone did.
Toxic match Friday.
So now they know everyone's
Where are they? Oh,
in alley, and
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
getting
that.
peeked.
That's Doc.
Good job.
Good on the Thatcher to do that.
Revenge.
Their top frag's getting cocky.
I'm Claymore in the bottom. Okay.
Side stairwell looks clear.
Someone drone out stock while I break it and fuck with them.
Got it. I'm coming.
Lee
Oh,
is
so
playing outside stock and ping. He's pushing up towards stock.
janitor's open.
Stock is empty right now. Just be careful of that lesion outside. You put a goo at the door.
I think there's a maestro in open stairwell.
Janitor's clear. Bandit is. Yo, desk.
Okay, let's check that first floor real quick. First floor's looking okay for now.
Okay, I just got cam.
Alright.
Bandit's playing behind CEO.
Yeah, just be careful of that lesion in the hallway.
Yep.
Alright, Thermite, I'm coming down. Let's see this.
There's some maestro cams on here, I'm pretty sure. Near
I
Yeah,
know,
Jordan,
I
maybe?
hear him. I hear him.
Yeah, it's here, right beside Jordan.
Okay. Yeah, he's in elevator. He's in elevator.
He's sitting elevator.
Alright.
Here.
Oh my
Coming.
god, Enrique, kill somebody, dude.
Alright,
The
hold on.
diffuser has been recovered.
So poopy,
Alright.
dude.
I don't know where Maestro is, but.
What the fuck?
Oh, he killed you with his camera.
Oh, okay.
No, why?
The diffuser is no longer in your possession.
So we know that there's a maestro cam on that wall. We have one more impact charge. You use it.
Find us.
The only one that can do it,
Where are
the only
they?
other one is
Is he on the stairs?
Thatcher, which he's kind of preoccupied with the bandits. And the stair for
stock, there's
Maestro
so many
was
stairs.
open area stairs, which is not those stairs. Those are square stairs.
Okay, there's 3 left. One is definitely behind CEO desk. Maestro's hiding in a corner, I believe, in sight.
No,
The last one.
That's that needs to get destroyed. It's okay. Can you?
Just keep an eye on this cam.
Got it.
They know exactly where I am.
Where are they? Sorry.
Diffuser has been secured.
The-
40.
You see that maestro cam? First thing you do, you shoot it out
I'm
with
watching
your
white.
impact. You destroy it with your impact. It's the first thing you should do.
Jaeger's on top of white. Jaeger is on top of white. Journey's moving down. I'm gonna go for this.
And instead of
Oh my.
hitting B and then just swapping it over to impact and immediately shooting it, we're
God,
trying
fuck
to
off,
shoot
you
it.
nerd.
Well, it's shooting our teammates as well.
18.
15 seconds.
In what fucking
I don't think you reloaded your gun. I can't see the ammo count, but I'm pretty sure, yeah.
5 seconds.
No, I just wanted to frag him.
Must recover the
Yeah,
diffuser.
there's no
Whatever.
way.
Yeah, you kind of admit there that you guys weren't going to get that and that you just wanted to go in for the frag. But that honestly seemed like a ranked game where maybe 2 or 3 people were coordinating and get it together. You guys were making good callouts at times, especially that last round with figuring out where people were and everything. But, but then you started getting into troubles with, okay, now how do we use our utility? Someone's bandit tricking. What can we do about it? Well, we could repel on these windows and stop them from doing that. We can put a claymore down at the windows below it, so if someone runs out and they trade, at the very least, they die to a claymore. Um, we could do throwing nades over the top, bring nades with us, but we don't have any nades. We could Zofia trick. We could do that. I don't know who this last person is, but it's Bandit, and or I should say this last person. So we know one is Bandit. So was the other one Jaeger? The other one wasn't Jaeger. We could 100% Zofia trick this. So if you don't know how to do that, what you do is you basically wait, you Thatcher it, EMP it, and then you have Thermite putting it on there, and then as he's clicking it, what you do is you shoot both of your stuns in, like a little separated, like not instantaneously, like boom boom. You shoot one in, and then like wait a hot second, and then shoot another one in, and that animation cancels what Bandit is doing, and you can now get into there. You can do the same thing with Chalet Basement, Snowmobile Garage. If you guys are ever playing ranked or even casual, and you guys want to try this, if there's a bandit tricking, do it. It's really, really useful. You could also use Capital for this because this is destructible wall. You can just shoot Capital bolt right above it. What can you do about it? Nothing. Until Wilmai comes, you guys literally can do that whenever you want. Um, so there's many ways to deal with that stuff, and you guys just aren't doing it. You have the utility, like you had 2 ways of doing it right here, and you just decided not to. I don't know what else to say. But that's going to be it for this one. This is going to be the first game, and then hopefully I can get to the next game either Sunday, Monday, possibly even as late as Tuesday. But this should be up by this Monday.